Okay, hey guys, my name is Bonnie Lynn, as you might know, but a couple days ago I made a post on Facebook on Tuesday talking about my faith in Jesus, and I had like a lot of reactions from it, so that also inspired me to make this video. For a long time I've been wanting to make a video on how to follow Jesus the right way, because I was once, a lukewarm Christian. I was just like, man, as long as I love Jesus, that's it. That's all I need to do. Pray when I need him, But I found out the hard way that is not that needs to happen. I don't know if that makes sense. So I spent some time and I took some notes so it will be a better understanding. The title of this is going to be called Are You Half and Half? And the purpose of this is that we can't be halfway in the world and halfway following God. And here's the first verse I have written for you guys. 1 John 2:15 through 17 says, "Do not love the world or the thing of the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him," which is you. "For all that is in the world, the desires of the flesh and the desires of the eyes and the pride and possessions is not from the Father, but is from the world. And the world is passing away along with its desires, but whoever does the will of God abides forever." Now, what does this mean? Sorry, I didn't mean to smack my lips, or, whatever. But this verse is explaining how we cannot live the things of this world. And that includes lying, stealing, idolatry, adultery, sexual immorality, homosexuality, taking advantage of others, and the love of money. Now, those are just some examples. But if you love these things, the love of God, it's not in you for real. I know that's hard to understand, because you might be like, man, I love God, But, love isn't a feeling, it is very much an action. And Romans 12:2 goes on to say, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good, acceptable, and perfect. Now, you're probably wondering, what does that verse mean? This means don't be like the rest of the world, but instead do what you think is right, and throughout that process of praying and talking to God, you will become to learn what is right and what is not right. I understand that you don't want to be, judged for doing right, because there are some people out there that are like, oh, you want to do the right thing? But in reality, it's like, what's so bad about doing the right thing? There's nothing bad about doing it. So, it's just, I don't understand. I've never understood that. But look at these two verses right here. What I just said, talking about how they're going to be like, oh, you're a goody two-shoes, and they're probably not going to invite you to go anywhere because of you wanting to do good and you know what is right. But that is good. That means you're doing what is right, In 1 John 3:13 it says, "Do not be surprised, brothers and sisters, that the world hates you." This is Jesus talking, by the way. And in 1 John 15:18 through 20 goes on to say, "If the world hates you, know that it hated me first, or before it hated you. If you were of this world, the world will love you as its own. But because you are not of this world, but I chose you out of the world, therefore the world hates you." Okay. Sorry. But, this verse is going on to say that you're going to get persecuted for being Christian, doing what is right, and just all that stuff, and you're going to get backlash for it. I had somebody tell me that they was ashamed to be Christian because I was spreading the word of God and telling the truth. A Christian told me that, but like Pastor Will said, don't get church people confused with God's people. Those are two different types of people, okay? But the world hated Jesus before it hated you. So I mean, that kind of makes you feel a little bit better, because you know you're not the only one that's hated. There's a lot of us who are hated. There's like people all over the world. If you're Christian, you know, you can get killed and stuff for that. And it's going on to say, if you were of this world, the world will love you. And that goes with, you know, like sexual immorality, homosexuality, stuff like that. It's like that it's projected as normal when it's not really normal. But following Christ is way more important than the world having a hatred or a silly opinion on you. I mean, you're not meant for this world anyways. You're meant to be in heaven with God. You're not meant to be on this world. That's why our flesh is temporary. Everything here is temporary. So their opinions about you following Christ, I mean, it shouldn't matter. And I understand that some things are hard to let go, because like I just said, the world has made a lot of things that aren't normal. You know, it's not normal. 2 Corinthians 4:4 says, in their case, the God of the new world, you know, like the new age and all stuff like that, has blinded the minds of unbelievers to keep them from seeing the light of the gospel of the glory of Christ, who is the image of God. And that just backs up what I just said. Like, the devil is real. Like, you can't forget that. So he is going around, you know, whispering in your ear those I forgot what kind of thoughts you call them, but those thoughts that make you want to do bad things. Or you could be, you know, standing there in front of a car and be like, let me jump in front of it. Like, those thoughts like that, those are like from the devil. Those aren't normal. That stuff is not normal. I mean, you have to pray that stuff away, literally. It's just not good at all. You cannot forget that the devil exists. Like, that stuff is not normal. And he really has made people think it's okay to do those kind of stuff, and it's not okay. But I just wanted to let those know who are serious about God that it's not okay to be half and half. Like, if you're gonna, you know, you're gonna go on social media and talk about all the good things God has done for you, you know, waking you up every morning, but you go out on the weekends willingly and you drink, go to parties, and, you know, do all the stuff you know you're not supposed to do. That's just it's not good. You know, being lukewarm, you know how you're in a relationship or whatever, and then say you find out that the person you're talking to is still, you know, messing around with their ex a little bit. How would you feel? You wouldn't like that. I wouldn't like it either. That's how God feels when we go into the world and do stuff we're not supposed to. But, you know, we say we love God, but we don't show God we love him. We go to church on Sunday, but we just partied the night before. Like, it doesn't work that way. Revelation 3:16 says, but because you are lukewarm, neither hot or cold, I am ready to spit you out. I mean, that is saying, like, if you continue to do those things and you know you're not supposed to do them, like, I don't know, man. This is like I don't want to say a warning, but this is like a warning. It's time to change. I mean, if I can change, people can change, man. I know some people, they can change. I just want to let y'all know that God does have feelings. We're made in his image, and the things we feel, hurt, pain, all that stuff, he can feel it too. So when we do things like that are not of God but of this world, it breaks his heart. Like, it hurts, man. But either you fully live for God. Oh, this thing is just like in my eye. But either you fully live for God or you don't. I know the transition is hard, but it is so worth it. I promise you that it is worth it. We're not even gonna talk about it. But I was not in a good spot. But, you know, it took multiple heartbreaks for me to find Jesus the way I need to find him. Yes, I was already Christian, but I was lukewarm. I only prayed to God when I needed him, and I never talked to him throughout my day like I do now. I mean, I used to think, all I did was think about God constantly, but I wasn't like how I am now. And I do thank God for that every day, because I'm on the road to eternity in heaven, you know, and that's where I want to be. So I just wanted to let you guys know this, because I've seen so many of you react positively to that post that I made, and I know deep down inside you probably do want to change but are scared to take that step. But I'm here to tell you that it is okay, and that this world is temporary. So what the world has to say about you and Jesus does not matter at all. That's between you and God. But continue to spread your faith so that you can plant your seed and for somebody else, and you know, you might change somebody's life one day. But answer me this question: are you half and half?